Greetings, one and all, to part 2 of the 2021 RC Sports event, Crawl Off at Rubble Ridge. Beginning with the mandatory servo flourish, today's sole challenger to C10's unremarkable debut in part 1 is Deadbolt.
So, C10 is in pole position then?
Too early in the bit for that, you knob-end.
Speaking of poles,
As I was saying, Deadbolt making short work of this section.
and sporting the classic skull on the bonnet, or hood for you Yanks.
What? Preposterous, erroneous, undo.
Oh dear, here we go.
You reduce the use of skulls to a simple cliche,
Yes,
one of humanity's oldest and sacred symbols.
in this particular case, yes.
You talent, your puerile mind could not fathom the subtle liaison between simple imagery and the substantive, existential, epistemological ontology what transcends the symbol to reveal the substratum of our inevitably unavoidable communion with death, which indelibly stains humanity with the ultimate desire for immortality and the end of personal discomfort.
Inevitable and unavoidable discomfort at having to bear witness to regrettable branding choices. I maintain that skulls as images are overused, meaningless and tacky. Furthermore, can be seen as a reflection of society's sickness.
Oh, alright, Pachomsky, don't pathologise Deadbolt's usage of Deathhead as a vehicle to further the dialectic of light and dark, irreducibly life and death.
Dialectic of the binary, perhaps. Adornment of such symbols only serve to shadow something less desirable. Perhaps a driver's skill level. Authenticity favours the non-binary view of our time around the old body tree.
Pish posh, removeth thine head from thy Buddha. You're plainly overlooking that the point of the division is to realise the pursuit of knowledge free from corporeal and mortal jail, from which our windows of perception are by de facto narrowed by our very physiological arrangement. I digress. How about skull veneration then? Our ancient Neolithic druidic ancestors used...
Let you stop you right there.
Huh?
Go ahead and keep your archaic skullduggery and bizarre death rituals. I'll be off dissolving the illusion whilst relieving myself.
What? You scallywag, look very transcendent.
Relieving myself of suffering, you filthy bugger. And furthermore, your Clarkson petrolhead attitude does not combine well with your enthusiastic but otherwise simplistic and reductionist philosophies on life and death. You should read my new book.
You wrote a book?
Yes, Zen and the Art of RC Maintenance.
RC and the Art of What? Sounds like dogmatic shite, if you ask me.
No one did. Also, Orc, you wouldn't know dogma from what you had for breakfast. Anyway, my book you should read, if you can read it. If not, you can get it on Audible. Is more a set of guidelines to help simplify life through thoughtful introspection and ultimately observing the world with compassion, all while...
Let me stop you there.
What?
Now you mean to tell me that this is a self-analysis and critique device disguised attractively like a radio-controlled hobby audio book?
You just might be catching on.
Well, agree to disagree. One thing we can agree on is that Deadbolt seems to be having a flawless run. No hand of God.
Not really something we discuss here at Rubble Ridge.
What do you mean? Whether or not good driving is dictated by the divine hand, the hand what flips trucks?
The divine magical sky hand what flips trucks. You've gone around the bloody bend, Orc. You are the divine, you blind fool. I digress.
Good. Back to the beans, Goblin. Our decisively controversial, currently climbing, crawling Canadian contestant taking the lead runner-up position.
Wait, he is both lead and runner-up. You're out of your bloomin' skull, Orc.
Well, we won't know that until Mozzie Rock RC adds a bloomin' timer to these events. Rather than this debate of ill-informed opinions on things we know little about.
Right, so we agree on that. Right now, we are witnessing a spectacularly methodical descent by Deadbolt, straight through to the finish line.
And straight on through. Let's watch that again. I knew he would win all along.